It's week 4 of the National Football League, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC West. It's the Broncos and the Raiders, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. As the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs.
And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. The Raiders come into this one still undefeated despite the 1 tie. Now up to exactly the start you're hoping for. Nothing for the fan base to complain about, at least not yet.
I like the way that you phrased that. Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a long ways to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way if they stay in that mode throughout the season.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Shotgun now for Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
A check on the numbers a week ago for Waller.
4 catches, 70 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They will run for the first time here with White. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now they'll throw with Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
2nd and 5 now. Carr. Touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon.
A long opening drive and a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you hit them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 16. Here's Wilson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson.
Screen play set up for Williams. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now it's Wilson.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
His first carry in their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
On first down, Carr. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On second down, Jacobs.
Finding space at the 40.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 1:52 to play until halftime. On first and 10, here's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. To throw again on 2nd down, Carr. This will be caught at the 2.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They go power. This is Johnson, the fullback. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. It's the fullback.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's pulled in at the 32. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Carr now on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. And he whips that one incomplete there. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Carr.
And quickly into the hands of Waller.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From midfield, here's Carr. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top.
As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for the Broncos in that first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter play. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Throwing is Wilson.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now Carr. And that's complete to Adams.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
Carr now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he will find his man on the outside.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Mac Hollins, 34 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So that winds up a 7-play drive all total. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw again on second down, Wilson.
This will be caught. Judy. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now Wilson on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. On third down, Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Second down, Jacobs once more.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The offense on third down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On third down, here comes Jacobs.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now.
Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 16. From the shotgun, Wilson. Dancing to his left.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Now he's forced out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, it's Wilson.
On the slant, completes to Sutton.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On first down, Wilson.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
First down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. There's Wilson to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
They absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Las Vegas, they're into the win column for the 3rd time this year as they get the victory here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.